Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At the new/old ranch, Victor watches Nikki play the piano. He asks how it feels to play there. She says, magical. Nikki concludes her song and Victor says, so beautiful. The music too. Nikki smiles and says he's still quite the romantic, and he can still surprise her. Victor hopes that never stops. Nikki can't understand how he got this house built without her knowing. It was an amazing secret. They embrace and then sit. Now, we're hosting a wedding. Nikki starts fretting, but Victor says she doesn't have to lift a finger. A wedding is the perfect way to christen a new home. New beginnings. At the Abbott mansion, Abby paces and tells Tracy they should be here by now. Tracy urges her to try and relax. Outside, Jack arrives with Ashley. He asks if she's nervous. She says a little bit, or maybe a little bit more than that. Jack reassures her. You're home now. She loves the sound of that. Jack has a favor to ask. Can they not talk about his situation with Diane and Kyle? Ashley won't say anything. He asks, are you ready? She's more than ready. They go inside, where Abby enthusiastically greets her mom, followed by Tracy, who says they're so proud of her. Ashley feels really good and is getting back to herself, the healthy version. Ash asks Abby if she's excited about the wedding. She's ready to pitch in. Where are you getting married? Abby tells her she's not going to believe this. After she's told, she can't believe Victor rebuilt the ranch. She agrees to go with Abby and check it out later. Jack is fine with it, but don't bother saying hello from me. Ellen comes in and hugs Ashley. They go over him moving in. Ellen wants to be sure she's comfortable with it. Ashley says she wouldn't be there if not for him. The clinic saved her life. She approves of his relationship with Tracy. I'm happy for both of you. Tracy gushes. She doesn't know if she's ever been happier. At Crimson Lights, Phyllis walks in and approaches Sharon and asks, aren't you going to run away? Sharon asks what she wants. She wants her to admit her guilt. Sharon's sure in her sick mind she actually believes that. Phyllis says it's not just her anymore. Other people saw her run from the service. Sharon says no one is listening to her, not even the police. Phyllis says they'll listen to her soon. She'll keep hounding her until she comes clean. Sharon thinks she should accept that Daniel is guilty. Phyllis says there's no way in hell that he's guilty and she knows it. I have proof. Nick walks in as this goes down. Sharon tells Phyllis to get out of there and threatens to call the police. Phyllis tells her to go ahead. Nick intervenes. Phyllis insists she has proof. Sharon says, you can't prove anything. Phyllis tells her she did some digging, and Sharon's not as good at hiding things as she thinks. When you killed Heather is cold blood, you were a little clumsy at hiding the evidence. The redhead reminds Sharon she gave her a chance to come clean. When the police are asking questions, don't say I didn't warn you. With that, she walks out. At the club, Daniel and Christine discuss Lucy over breakfast. She's distracted, but it still hits her at night. It does him too. I just miss her so much. Christine is so sorry. Daniel says he was standing at Heather's grave and said he missed her, but he didn't tell her about the charges, like he was trying to keep her from worrying about him. It made him feel better just being there with her. Like the calm before the storm. Chris asks if he noticed how Sharon was acting. She thought it was odd. She just seemed scared, really scared. Daniel's not surprised Sharon was scared given how Phyllis was acting. They both told her she needs to stop, but it's easier said than done. Chris admits that just because it's Phyllis, that doesn't mean she's not onto something about Sharon. Daniel's surprised. Chris says it's the way she's been acting. Even at the funeral yesterday, she acts like a guilty person. People are saying she's suffering from serious mental health issues. She can't take a vibe to court, but when you add her behavior to her being the last person to see Heather alive, and a mountain of evidence showing up just in time for the police to see it. Look, all I'm saying is don't discount the idea that Sharon's involved just because you think Phyllis is on some crazy crusade. She might actually have it right this time. Daniel doesn't know what's crazier, Christine and Phyllis agreeing on anything, or both of them thinking Sharon's capable of murder. Christine is just saying it's worth investigating. Daniel feels she didn't have motive. Christine reminds him she went after Heather and Lucy. It brought her back to the worst day of her life when they didn't leave town.